Adam Christ from MyMMAnews.com being joined by Roe Mar Blacknail ahead of his bout with Ben Levin at Stellar Fights 42, taking place June 8th at the Delaware State Grounds Exhibit Hall. Romar, it's a pleasure having you on, my man.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on with you guys.
So tell us, you're taking on Ben Levin. He's a gritty, tough fighter, presses forward. Like I said, tough guy. Tell us a little bit about what you know about Ben Levin as a fighter and what strengths you feel that you possess over him, without giving too much of your game plan away, of course.
Just based off of looking at tape with Ben Levin, I think you hit it right on the head. He's a straightforward guy. He wants to throw a flurry, crowd you, get you against the cage, turn it into a wrestling match, maybe try to exhaust you if possible. That's what I see. As far as what I look to do, let's just say I'm ready to go wherever he's ready to go. I don't really have a certain game plan. I'm just going to let the fight flow, and I'm going to be there every moment.
So I've seen the Facebook video that you have going around, and one, it's inspiring to see all the hard work you're putting in. But I got to ask, it's clearly showing that you're evolving as a fighter. But overall, wrap up what the video has to show for everybody that hasn't tuned into it yet. And what have you been up to since your last fight? Your changes in your training regimen and just all around lifestyle, brother.
Okay. Well, I'll start that off in November of last year is when I fought Mr. Coyle, and that fight taught me a lot, and it showed me exactly where I was as a fighter. So we have had a lot of exciting things happening under Mr. John Givens. We have a new space that we're calling the lab, a brand new facility. It is a great place to train. We're working hard. John's pushing me as much as possible. In the video I have going around on Facebook, it just highlights that we are basically locking in and going to hell. We are, wherever my weakness is, my training doesn't start until I start getting exhausted. That's where we're pushing it, and we're taking it to the next level. My lifestyle has changed completely. I'm more focused on fighting. I'm not looking at anybody like they're just a pushover fight. I'm taking everybody serious. And that was one of the things I did after I got my knockout, is I kind of looked at it like I could just walk through the division without a problem. And I didn't really focus on training as much. My head got big. So, I'm thankful I was humble, and I am a totally different fighter now. And for the first time in a long time, it doesn't matter where we go. I'll be ready. I just hope that everybody else is training, everybody else is getting their stuff together, and they're staying tight, because we are a different kind of machine now. And it's just going to be exciting to show where we have come, and we get better every day. So, I'm excited. I'm ready. I want my spot back. I still have a plan on what I look to do at Stellar. I still want belts, and I'm going to go get them. And I'm working my tail off to make sure it happens. And I have some high-level guys in my camp too. So, if anything, I'm really excited about my ground game. I think that it was an area I did not have, and it always worried me in my back of my mind about going to the ground. Now, like I said before, man, and I keep saying, I don't care where we go. And I'm just.
So I was going to say, suffice to say that you've been covering all your bases, and you're not specifically preparing for just one aspect of Ben Levin. You're prepared for anywhere it has to possibly go.
That's right. I'm prepared for the best Ben Levin you guys have ever seen. I expect him to be working hard. I expect him to come forward. I expect him to be aggressive. And I think that's really going to allow us to showcase what we've transformed into, the evolution of my fighting. I'm ready, and it's exciting. It really is. It's going to be an exciting fight. I never have a boring fight. So I'm going to put on a show for everybody. It's in Harrington, Delaware again. Everybody gets to travel a lot easier on my side of things. So I'm excited, dude. I'm excited.
So I was going to say, riding the 3-fight winning streak, snapping out of that, that's enough to put somebody down. And I'm not going to focus on that. What I'm going to focus on is, like you said, you've always been in tough fights. And the fights you have lost have been the tough, gritty guys. We're talking champions of Stellar. And so it's lacking to say your losses come from people with lack of skill. Your losses have come from gritty, tough opposition. But what I have to ask is, how do you let the people know that you're still in this to win it? I mean, like I said, you're riding the 3-fight losing streak, but it's all been the tough people. So how do you let the people know, look, man, I've been doing my work, I've been grinding, I'm here to stay, and look, this is a new Roe Mar Blacknail you need to get ready for.
Hey, we come out and we perform. We execute on the 8th, and we let the training, the hard work, and everything speak for itself. Talking is cool, and most people may be down or ashamed of losing. I think it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because if I had continued to win on the way I was going, dude, I wouldn't be training as hard as I am now. So it made me a completely better fighter. I think that those 3 losses were the best thing that ever happened to me.
Now, are you planning on a all-out 3-round war, or are you planning on demonstrating the new Roe Mar Blacknail that's been putting in the work and making a demonstration out of this dude, really?
So I got a toss up between that one, because I would really like to showcase where we are and what we can do. But Mr. Levin looks like he has a bit of a glass jaw. So if I'm too precise, if I'm too accurate early on, it's not going to last long. And that's not taking anything away from him. That's just like where I am with my focus and training and analyzing my opponent. So if it goes 3 rounds, then hey, let's go 3 rounds. If it ends in the first, that's what was supposed to happen.
So if you had your way and how you think it's going to go, let's hear it from Roe Mar Blacknail. Call out your shot, man. How do you think it's going to go down? How do you get your W? How do you get your hand raised at the end of the night? Call your shot, brother.
If I had to call the shot, I would say the shot would go close to the end of the first round. Levin rushing in, and I hit him with an uppercut, drop him against the cage.
All right, man. Well, that's going to do it for us. I want to ask, how do you keep the fans up to date with you on social media? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. There's so many these days, but you got to let the fans know how they can keep up with you, all your fights, man. The floor is yours.
Sure. You can follow me at Roe Mar Make It Happen on Facebook. You can follow me at Sucker Free Mar on Instagram. Also, King Mar the CEO on Instagram. And then you can always keep up with my gym, The Lab, on Facebook. So definitely, and on Instagram too. Yeah, definitely check us out.
All right, Roe Mar, man. I'll be there fight night. I'll be in the cage. I look forward to seeing it. I look forward to seeing the new Roe Mar Blacknail, putting it all in, getting it all together, and piecing it together, man. I wish you the best of luck, and I will see you on June 8th.
See you on June 8th.
All right, there he goes, Roe Mar Blacknail ahead of his bout with Ben Levin at Stellar Fights 42. For Roe Mar Blacknail, I'm Adam Christ. Keep it locked to mymmanews.com for all your fight news needs.